y'all, this is Set to Achieve. Welcome to yet another video. And the title of today's video is They Feel Entitled, okay? They feel entitled, and we're talking about narcissistic abuse, okay? All right, please, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, share, and leave your comments, okay? Okay, and we all know the cycle of narcissistic abuse, okay? We know there's a love bombing, there's a devaluation, which is like the middle stage, and then we know that there's the end stage is the discard or the reverse discard, okay? Now, what is entitlement? You know, why do these people, and it's one thing to feel entitled like upon your own self, you feel entitled, but it's another thing that when your entitlement, you know, that sense of entitlement infringes on other people's rights, okay, other people's life, right? You know, it's like you're basically trespassing, okay? So one of the paramount or one of the key characteristics that we know from narcissists is that they are entitled. They feel entitled. They feel entitled to other people's life, okay? They see other people as supply, okay? That every other person, every other thing, right, is every other person is just there to fulfill their needs, right? You know, so, and this can be very like, it can be seen as very strange, and it's like very mind-boggling for a lot of people, because it's like, how can somebody else feel like, you know, they're entitled to everything that concerns me, okay? But that's what we're talking about when we're dealing with narcissists and narcissistic abuse, okay? Because they feel like they're entitled to your time, right? That is the reason why it could be your birthday, you know, it could be, you know, you could be having a job interview, right? And they get mad that you're trying to leave on time. They get mad that you're, you know, not giving them as much attention, you know? You could be tired and exhausted, drained, you know? Maybe you didn't sleep very well last night, you know? Maybe you had, you know, some things that you had to deal with, right? You know? And then it's like, and you're trying to tell them or trying to give them a sign that, hey, you know, this is not the time, you know? And because they're entitled, right? They have that sense of, it's almost like somebody feels like they own you, you know? They have every right to your time or every waking moment, you know? And that is the reason why for a lot of you, you know, or for a lot of us that have been through narcissistic abuse, you're always tired and you feel always drained, right? Because you have someone there that feels as if they, you know, they own your life, as if they own your time, you know, as if they own every waking moment of your life, you know, whether it's important, you know, it might be important to you, but if it doesn't really benefit them, you know, in a direct way, it doesn't matter to them, right? These people are entitled. They're entitled, okay? So when you discern that there's someone in your life that has that trait, you know, they're always entitled, it's like they don't really care about your pain. You know, you can be telling them about the hard day of work that you had, and they just look. But if it's not about them, you know, or you're being complimented, right? But because they're not being complimented, maybe somebody, it's like, oh, you know what? Oh, you're such a good cook. Oh, you know. But because it's like not about them, it's like, why are they talking about, like, I'm very sorry to say, but it's just like, it's almost like my toy. Why are you praising my toy? It's my toy, right? I own that toy, so you shouldn't be giving that toy compliment, because that's the way they see people, right? So they're entitled, like, she doesn't deserve your praise. I'm the owner. You praise me, right? And it's very sad that if that person is your husband or your wife, because it's like, you're thinking to yourself, you know, and this is, I mean, you have to really get into the mind of these demons, like, how can somebody actually think this way? You know? And then when you stay, oh my gosh. You know, I was just telling someone this morning, you know, I was just saying that well, actually my guy, because if you watched my previous video, I said I met someone. You know, I was just telling him about the cycle because he also came out of a narcissistically abusive relationship. You know, she cut up his clothes, cut up everything, destroyed everything. And he was like, you know what, I'm starting out fresh, but I'm just glad, that I mean, I came out alive, I mean, he's like, she's tried so many different tactics to basically eliminate him, So, for someone to feel that, they are, they own your life, they can destroy anything that you own. They can destroy, they can do and undo, right? Because they feel entitled. They feel entitled to your life, because they're very transactional. If they ever did anything for you, anything at all, they feel like they're entitled to your entire life. You owe them your life. You have no right to escape. You have no right to expect joy, to to want to live life again, to want to love life, to want to love. You have no right, because they own your life, right? They own your life. They own your everything, right? So if you have a boss that's a narcissist, or you discern that's a narcissist, there is no rest for you. Even on vacation, even on your off days, there is no rest. Okay, because they feel like, because they're paying you your wages, which they owe you the wages, but they don't think that way. Okay, they're gonna, for the little that they pay you, they will suck. They might give you 20%, but they're gonna suck out 120% from you. Okay, that is who these people are. Okay, so I always tell victims of narcissistic abuse, I mostly speak to women, but I know there's men that are suffering right now from the same thing. I always say, when you stay long-term with these people, the longer you stay with these people, the longer it is, or the less likely it is that you're going to escape, because you're going to turn into a doormat. The narcissists, they want that doormat. They want that person that doesn't have their own opinion. They want that person that, just says yes to whatever they say. They don't want you to have your opinion. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to be, they don't want you to have any true sense of self, because they don't have a true sense of self, right? So they want to almost become you. Okay? They want to become you, right? They want to, and they're jealous that, how dare you have an opinion? You don't have a right to an opinion. You don't have a right to your life. You don't have a right to, you want to escape and go where? You're my supply. I own you. Okay? And there's a lot of mirroring. They want to steal your personality. They want to steal your thoughts. They want to steal everything, right? Because these people are empty meat suits. Okay, these are empty people, empty shells. They don't have their own life. No matter how rich they are, no matter how famous or whatever it is that they are, they don't have a true sense of self. So the fact that you're still laughing, the fact that you still have something to look forward to, the fact that you still have an opinion, how dare you have an opinion? Okay, they're entitled. They're entitled. That's why when you travel, or you go on an interview, or you go do this, or you go do that, it's like, and you come back, they have an attitude. They have an attitude. Rather than welcoming you and hugging you and like, oh, I missed you, but I'm glad you're back. They have an attitude, right? Because they have rejection complex, right? So there's a lot of things wrong with these people. So, your best bet is to get away from these people. Seek God and seek Christ. Seek healing from God. Okay? Heal. Okay? But it's very hard to heal when you're with them. You have to get away. Okay? But it's until they really show you, when the mask finally slips and drops, that you're going to see who this person is. And nobody has to tell you again, because your eyes are going to be open. God will open up your eyes to see who you're dealing with. And nobody is going to convince you ever again to stay with this person. Okay? So the prayer that you should be praying is, Father God, open up my eyes. You know? Open up my eyes so I can see. Okay? So I hope you learned something from this video. Leave your comments. Maybe you've gone through similar things, or or you're currently going through it, or whatever. You're helping somebody else out. Leave your comments, like, subscribe, share, and till next time, happy Sunday and peace.